checkout counter at the grocery store not long ago. There on display at the checkout counter were a number of clear plastic cylindrical containers, on each of which are written in big, bold, colorful letters the words, "I'm hungry for bugs." So my curiosity peaked. I grabbed one of these containers and peered down into it. And there, staring up at me from the dark soil at the depths of this container, were 5 fleshy, leafy mouths, spines, and teeth protruding from each one of them, a Venus flytrap. Each of the 5 leafy mouths seemed stretched to capacity to present the perfect landing place for some poor, unsuspecting insect. Just waiting. You could almost see the tension in their jaws, just waiting the trigger to clamp shut and devour the savory bug-like juices. So, as you can imagine, instantly the child in me sprang to life, and I knew I had to get this plant. So it's not just for me. You see, I have 6 kids, and 5 of my kids are boys. Now to a boy, a plant that eats flesh is like the coolest thing in the world. It's up there like Autobots and Decepticons. It's a flesh-eating plant. And so I thought, I've got to get this. So I hurried and paid for my stuff. I rushed out to my car, dispassionately chucking my groceries into the back seat while carefully cradling my newfound treasure. I get behind the wheel. I'm not kidding, by the way. I get behind the wheel and I hurry home. My anticipation mounting with each passing second. I pull up into my driveway, abandoning the frozen food, now baking in the back seat. I rush inside, throw open the door, and call for my kids. I finally get them all gathered around me for my special unveiling. And their collective response was, meh. And I was like, guys, it's a plant that eats bugs. What's more cool than that? So I said, fine, I like it, I'll keep it. So I take the plant and I take it out to my garage, which I've converted into an office, man cave thing. I stick it up on the bookshelf next to my desk. And then I proceed to totally forget about it. And it sits there for a month, and another month, and another month. And 6 months goes by, and I'm sitting there at my desk, working away happily, and I look up, and I see, I'm hungry for bugs. And I think, I bet you are. So I run over, I grab my plant, and I peer down into it. And now, staring up at me from the now dry soil at the depths of this container, is a Venus flytrap in the final throes of death. Its prior, jaws are now diminished and limp and lying on the ground, and I, frantically thinking that something I can do within the next few moments is going to somehow make a difference in the life of this plant. I look around me for something, some sort of sustenance, and there, sitting on the corner of my desk, Monster Energy drink. And I think, oh, now there we go, now we'll try it. So I grab this, not kidding, I grab this Monster Energy drink, and I pour it into the Venus flytrap. And then I wait, as if caffeine is somehow going to revive this plant that I've abandoned for 6 months. And of course, nothing happened. So I sit down at my desk and I put my plant, and I'm genuinely sad about this because I was really excited about this plant. And I set the plant up on my desk, and I'm looking at it, and all of a sudden it strikes me what a powerful metaphor this is. You see, in life we have things that we care about deeply. We have things that we're passionate about, and we don't feed them. And those things that you don't feed, they will die. Your spirituality, if you don't feed it, it will die. Your physical health, your intellect, your sense of curiosity, your sense of wonderment, your imagination, if you don't feed them, they will die. Your relationship with your spouse, your relationship with your son or your daughter or your parent, if you don't feed them, they will die. And so I implore you to just look at your life and ask yourself, what do I value? And then ask yourself, am I feeding those things? Because I tell you, if you don't feed them, they will die.